Hi, have you ever said mathematics is difficult? Mathematics is hard. Have you ever seen a maths teacher come into your class and you say, I want to go home. It's boring. It's not interesting. Well, if that is your case, this video is for you. And the concept of this video, our aim is to keep it simple, easy, and stupid. Keep it simple. We don't need to give you a lot of mathematical gibberish. We don't need to give you a lot of mathematical jargon. Now, what is trigonometry? Trigonometry 001. That's what we're looking at today. Now, trigonometry is simply the study of triangles and the relationship of the triangles with the sides and the angles. I take that again. Trigonometry is the study of triangle in relationship with the sides and the angle, of course, of that triangle. Let's say we have a triangle. Now, this triangle, let's say, has a theta and it has an angle. The side that is facing the theta is called the opposite. The side that is facing the angle is called the hypotenuse. And some will say the longest side of the angle. The remaining side is called the adjacent. Now, having known this, we will now try to illustrate the sides of the angles. So definitely this will be A, this will be C, this will be B. Then this will be small letter B, small letter A, small letter C. Now from this side of the angle, we cannot use the Pythagoras theorem to find the missing side of the angle. And the Pythagoras theorem is our famous C squared, A squared plus B squared. That is used to find the missing side of the triangle. All right, now, having known that, we will go to the trigonometry ratios. The trig ratios is the sine, the cosine, and the tangent. The trig ratio is the sine, the cosine, and the tangent. Now, what do we use in solving this trig ratio? We use the famous word that we learn in college known as, or in primary school, in preschool, known as SOHCAHTOA. Now, having the knowledge of SOHCAHTOA, we can resolve for sine, we can resolve for cos, we can resolve for tan. Now, let's do it now on the board. We have sine theta. Sine theta will be opposite over hypotenuse. O for opposite, H for hypotenuse. Then go to cos. Cos theta will be adjacent over hypotenuse. Then we go to tan. Tan theta will be opposite over adjacent. Now, having known this, we now need to move to the next concept, which is the reciprocal of trigonometry ratios. What do we use in finding the reciprocal of trig ratios? For the sine, we use the cosecant. Which is denoted with that one is for the sine. For the cosine, we use secant, which is denoted. Now, for the tan, we use cotangent, which is denoted. All right. Now, having known this, we need to find the reciprocal of the sine, the reciprocal of the cosine, the reciprocal of the tangent. So, let's clean up the board. For the reciprocal of the sine, it will become 1 over sine theta, which is for the reciprocal of the sine. 1 over sine theta. 1 over sine theta simply means 1 over, what's the sine theta here? Sine theta here is opposite over adjacent. You see that now? Opposite over adjacent. So we'll put that there. Opposite over hypotenuse, sorry. Okay, opposite over hypotenuse. If you do your math, you are going to be having that 1 over sine theta will be equals to hypotenuse over opposite. If you do your division, your mathematical division, you will find the answer because it's 1 over the sine theta, which is 1 over opposite over hypotenuse. When you do that, the equation will flip. Now we're going to be having hypotenuse up here and opposite down there. But over here, we have opposite up there and hypotenuse down there. Now we'll go to the next one. For the cosine, we're going to be using 1 over cos theta, which is going to be 1 over, what is the cos theta there? Adjacent over the hypotenuse. Now, if you do that, what you're going to be having is hypotenuse over adjacent. All right, just that the sides will flip. All right, now we go to the last one. For the cotangent, we use 1 over tan theta, which is equals to 1 over, what's tan theta there? Opposite over the adjacent. When you do your math, it's going to flip to be adjacent over opposite. In case you don't know how to divide fraction, multiply fraction, add fraction, we'll have a video for you on that because this is fraction 1 divided by opposite over hypotenuse. All right, so let's move to the next one. Before we move to the next thing, I need to remind you there are some things you need to put at the back of your mind. 3, 4, 5 sides of an angle. 5, 12, 13 sides of an angle. 8, 15, 17 sides of an angle. 7, 24, 25 sides of an angle. What do we mean by that? Let's start off with this. Let's say we have a triangle. And then over here we have 4. Over here we have 3, for instance. And then you're asked to find the missing side x. Of course, we use the Pythagoras theory to do that. So we have c squared is equals to a squared plus b squared. Now, what we need to know is that c squared is equals to 4 raised to the power of 2 plus 3 raised to the power of 2. And 4 raised to the power of 2 is 16. And 3 raised to the power of 2 is 9. Okay, when you add this together, you'll be having 25. Now, 25, you're transferring the square on the 25. What you'll be having is 5. So x is equals to 5. And that carries with the 3, 4, 5 triangle. There can be 10, 12, 13 triangle. And sometimes these things can be multiplied. We can multiply this by 2, so that 2 times 3, that is 6. 2 times 4, that is 8. 2 times 5, that is 10. So we can have 8, we can have